We're at the lake.
Hi.
There, we're in. Okay, now it's striking. We're at the lake. Woo. All right, we're up here at the lake, and there's a pretty cool little waterfall over that way. But it's hasn't rained in a while, so it's kind of dry. But we're just going to take some pictures. I'm going to show you guys what I'm thinking, and let's get into it.
I wish I could rewind it. Only us. Oh, I loved you when we were blinded. Now time is up, and we tried so hard to fight it, but we knew we couldn't fight it. Hurts every time you say you'll be mine. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get right out this mess and get on out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take all that is left and get right out of here. We're gonna get some love. You and me, we kept on riding in your arms. The only place I wanna hide, yeah. I give it up. All for you, baby, keep trying, but the city's getting crowded. Hurts every time.
Okay, so compositionally, I had Haley stand or flip you out there. I have her in the sunspot. Now it's kind of harsh lighting, but from down below, with all the shade and the shadows, everything around is dark, so that sunspot that she's in right there is kind of like a natural spotlight for her. So that's why I chose her, have her stand there. That and
bad idea.
That she was not to do that.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay, so I have Haley on top of the waterfall over there. Obviously, we're being careful to make sure she's not going to fall. I'm probably going to be at better risk of falling than she is. I'm going to get down below the waterfall and take some pictures going up. So I got my 24 to 105 lens, which gives me a good range of whether I want to do the wide angle shot or close up. So we're going to go from there and take some pictures and see what we get. Alright, so I'm popping in because I don't like the waterfall pictures. I pretty much ruined them. I was in a hurry, I was rushing, I wasn't paying attention to my settings and how it was actually showing up in the picture. I was more focused on, getting video shots for the video. So I'm leaving them in, and I'm going to show you them anyway, because we all make mistakes. No one's perfect. We need to learn. So if someone learns from this, it's great. What I did wrong was, one, I rushed. I was in too much of a hurry. So slow down, take your time, and get your shots and check to make sure you're getting what you want. Two, pay attention to your settings. Pay attention to the scene. I may or may not have been right putting Haley in that column of light that was coming down, on top of the waterfall, because it might have created too much contrast in the scene within the shadows, because it was really dark except for that one spot. So that might have been just too much. Even if I did expose for Haley being in the sun, it might have made everything else too dark. I've always had trouble shooting that waterfall, and maybe it's just because I need to be there on a cloudy day or in the morning before the sun's shining through. So anyway, I digress. We all screw up, so my mistake can be your learning tool. So I'll show you what I'll put up, you know, the pictures and show you. And I still got some really good pictures. They'll be at the end. You'll see them. So it wasn't totally a wasted day, but it is frustrating when you go out and you think you're going to get some really cool shots, especially with a cool location, and then you end up ruining all your pictures. So you live, you learn. On with the video. Alright, so here's what I'm talking about with this waterfall scene. See where the red pops up is your highlight alerts. When this much of your subject is blown out, overexposed, you've done something gravely wrong. Everything that's red is overexposed to the point where there's no data at all as part of that image. So no matter what you do, there's nothing to recover. It's just going to be pure white right there. So that's ruined. No amount of editing or processing can bring that back, or at least, you know, not that I'm aware of. So what could I have done differently, you know, other than, you know, not rushing myself? Could have turned the ISO down. I had the ISO up because it's actually pretty shady and pretty shadowy in there, except for, of course, where Haley's standing. Could I have moved Haley around more? Probably could have moved her to a more shadowy area. I could have moved myself around. Could have dropped, stopped down my aperture. I should probably have been around f7.1 or f9. A number of things I could have did. I could have tried, but again, it all goes back down to rushing and not taking my time. That's why I'm going to chalk this up as a failure. But we'll have lesson learned, and hopefully you guys can learn from that. Basically, just slow down. You have a little screen on the back of your camera. So I didn't even check my screen. You know, I was just firing off shots, and okay, that's good enough, and on to the next one. So that's where we messed up. Okay, so I like these stairs back here as some leading lines, and we'll have Haley stand on them, and we'll use that as some interest to add some creativity to some photos. So we'll see how they turn out. Now it's time to go for a boat ride. Alright, so we made it back home. I'm going to put everything together and I'll show you the best pictures right now.